Welcome to the weekly chat with Stephanie. Stephanie, great to have you back on here again.
Hi, lovely to be back. Lovely to see you again.
And today we're going to, I won't talk about today first. Let's recap on what we've actually been doing so far. And we've covered topics about getting clarity, creating vision, setting your goals, turning goals into reality. We focused quite a lot on the mindset, and the mindset is actually your speciality.
Yeah, definitely. So I love everything to do with the mindset, because the mind controls absolutely everything that we think, we say, and we do. So it is so important to get the mindset correct. And I think for a business, mindset is 100%, I suppose 99.9% of creation. You have to be almost 100% ready in the mind before you can create anything else. So yeah, I think mindset is so important.
So we've looked at mindset, and it's part of the program that we offer, Mindset. And then what we do is we look at the transition from being a sports person to moving into the entrepreneurial world. And so the last few videos we've chatted about being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So what we're going to talk about now is a little bit about investing, because most people think that they have to have a lot of money to get started as an investor, and very few people understand what an investor actually is. Now, investing is simply creating or buying assets. There's nothing more you can say about it. It's creating or buying assets. And the most successful people in the world create the assets. And the main asset that you create is a business. And that's why we spend so much time working on businesses. Steph, you and I, business, it's such an important part of what we do.
So important. Yeah, so important, because you need that asset, you need that thing to create the income. And if you haven't got an income, you've got nothing. So businesses are so important, and they're so much fun.
So what we do is we create the asset. It's better, well, in my view, it's better if we create the asset, because we've got all the control over what happens. It doesn't mean we don't buy or merge with other businesses, because there's lots of opportunities out there with that. But I'm very much in favor of starting a business and building it so as it reflects you and what you want to do, what your vision is, and incorporates everything around the mindset. So for you, Steph, I know you build businesses yourself, you create businesses.
Yeah, I've got a coaching business because I like to help people. I like to give them, confidence in themselves and let them believe in themselves. So I think that I like to offer something. I know I'm good at coaching people. I know I'm good at offering them this confidence. And I know that everybody else has got something that they're really good at. So what can you do? What little nugget are you an expert at? It's really good.
So once we've got that money coming in from the business, that is our very first asset that we create as an investor. And most people don't see business as an investment, but it is the most important investment that you will do, because it generates the income to do other investments. And the other investments are property, digital, and in digital there's share investing, there's cryptocurrency, there's bonds, there's all sorts of different types of investments there. And then we look at commodities as well, which is precious metals are the commodities that I prefer to work with. When you build those different assets, then you generate the wealth, you generate the income. So Steph, I know you and I have worked together for quite a few years now, and I know that you're becoming very successful at building those assets. So can you tell people a little bit about, like, you do shares, you are starting on the property journey, you're I know you have gold and silver. So can you just tell people a little bit about what investing is for you and those different assets that you acquire?
Yeah, okay. Well, most people are employed, so they get their money from an income. They have to work for somebody else and they get paid, like, I'll say £10 an hour to make it easy. So they get £10 an hour in exchange for their time. But other things like shares, you get income for no time. You've already done the investing of some sort and you will get paid for doing absolutely nothing, which is fantastic. And you can almost get paid for when you're asleep, which I think is so important, because like for shares, the shares, maybe not at the moment because we've got a bit of a turbulent time, but shares normally they go up, and if you receive dividends every month, you get paid for just having or being part of the business, like having a share. So you get money from different reasons for doing nothing. So I love investing. I love being a business owner. I love everything to do with it. It's so good. So good.
Yeah, and so I know that we do shares. You and I are in some share clubs, also invest on our own. Property, you're just starting. So we're in partnership here. We are building a property portfolio, international property portfolio. And gold and silver. Now, gold and silver is one that it just sort of sits there. It's not very exciting. It doesn't do much, except in the past few months where it's gone up very, very nicely.
Yeah. So
I don't know if you've looked at the price recently and seen how much your gold and silver has gone up.
I haven't looked recently, but I know that it's jumped a huge amount, like far more than expected, which is incredible, because obviously there's no way of controlling that or monitoring it or knowing what's going to happen. So something, a massive jump like it's just done is incredible. But I suppose like the cryptocurrency, that did exactly the same, didn't it? Bitcoin started very small and hiked up. So yeah, you can get all these massive increases from nowhere. It's amazing.
Yeah. So when we talk about investing, what we're talking about is the business is by far the biggest investment you'll ever make. And then all the profit that you make from that, you can put into other types of investments that bring all that passive income in. There's a little bit of effort to start it, but once it's done, and it just flows. And I always tell people, investing is so boring. And it is, isn't
it? Or you don't do anything apart from the initial bit. You don't do anything. Like with sports, you do all the work at the beginning, but then you race. But with investing, you do the work and then you do absolutely nothing and wait for the end result. And you're like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
It's boring, but it's, you know, it's always profits at the end, so it's definitely worth it.
So just a little perspective today about what investing actually is. And like Steph said, we have, it's boring. We just sit back, we let the money come in, we do a little bit of work up front and then let it run its course and do its thing. For us, the key thing is the business. That's the biggest investment we'll ever make. Do you want to wrap up on that, Stephanie?
Just, I suppose you just think, what is your end goal? Have you sorry, have you got the goal? God, I'm sorry, I'm talking issues. Hold on.
That's all right. I'll take over. I'll talk while you get your voice back. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, sorry. You've got to think of the business as at the end of the business, you will have a huge income. This is that Olympic gold medal again. That is the desire, the thing that you want. But you just have to do that little bit of work at the beginning and then let the income come. So yeah, so exciting. Oh yeah, I love it. I love everything about it. So I'm just like, I'm kind of at the beginning of all of my businesses, all of my income coming in. It's so exciting. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's, yeah, the best. It's so good.
So if you'd like to find out more about what Stephanie and I are doing, we have a Facebook page, which is called Next Podium Success. and we have a Facebook group, which is Next Podium. So come in, have a chat. We would love to see you as part of either of those, the Facebook page or the group. Steph, thanks. It's been, well, we always have fun on these calls, don't we? So it's been great chatting with you, and I'm sure we'll be back next week for another little chat.
Perfect. Have a lovely week as well. Thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you. See you later.